But the Ghost Pop tape.
The Ghost Pop tape.
To say that Jpegmafia's rise to fame was a rough one would be an understatement, as within his rise he endured trauma, depression and rage, which would be seen within his older music. So how did it all start? Young Barrington Devon Hendrick was born and raised in Flatbush, Brooklyn, in New York City, until he moved to Alabama at the age of 13. This is where he found a significant amount of racism based on his color and Jamaican family. Young Barrington moved to Louisiana and enlisted in the United States Air Force at the age of 18. However, this decision he would come to regret. In an interview with AFROPUNK, Jpegmafia states, "The Air Force is a horrible place and I don't recommend that anyone ever join." Jpegmafia goes on to say that there are about 20% of people that are there that love their country and want to defend it, then said that the other 80% are not mentally equipped to do anything else but follow orders. He finished by saying, "It's not a reflection of the military, but an opportunistic, lazy-ass people who don't know how to be a functioning adult in society." When asked what the military was like, he said, "The military is one of the places that you can see people from all walks of life working together for a common goal, but because of the differences it creates much conflict." He was reportedly part of many conflicts, and his sole purpose for being there was to save money for musical equipment. Evidence of the trauma within this was when Peggy states, "I went to the desert, I went to Germany, I went to Iraq. I saw some things that I could never understand. I've heard things I would never repeat." It is clear to see that from that quote, he is still struggling with his trauma and it still impacts him to this day. Devon Hendrick is a music project from Jpegmafia, taking inspiration from cloud rap and vaporwave scenes. Over the years, Devon Hendrick has released projects on his Bandcamp page like the Ghost Pop tape and Dreamcast Summer Songs. You can still find his music up on Spotify to this day. When looking for a story behind the Ghost Pop tape, I stumbled across a Reddit page where the user NC Brandon proposed the question asking if the album had a definitive meaning. After this, user XX_Cookie King shared his perspective on the album that I found pretty interesting. He says, "I'd say it's like a picture of a downward spiral he was going through at the time, and just like expressing his unhealthy mental state and forms of perversion and lack of care for general humanity. Because of that, fitting to the album's end with a song about wanting to kill himself, and that song ends with a plead forgiveness from Jesus. Call Me Maybe in particular sounds like almost a stalker situation. He's watching someone while poking the chook, you could say." This topic returns back to the military point where during an interview with ISO, Peggy stated that Arca Borgic and what else? Janelle Monáe, because of Janelle Monáe's, she's one of my favorite artists of all time. I actually have this song on the Arc Android called Omega. It got me through a lot of shit in the military when I was depressed and shit. I would put the song on and the album on. So if it wasn't for Janelle Monáe's music, we might never have had Jpegmafia, and he could have potentially not been on Earth with us after expressing those suicidal thoughts on the Ghost Pop tape. This is part one of a 3-part series that I'm making about Jpegmafia, as he is such an interesting character with many parts to investigate. I hope you enjoyed this video, and the March album ratings should be out soon. Thanks for watching and consider subscribing. Cheers.